Amazon. Hey girl. Hello Gemini, how are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca and I'm going to be doing your weekly general reading. Now if you are interested in hearing about love, I do love general readings as well. I'll put a link to it up here. I do those every single week, and if love comes up in this reading, I always will talk about it, but that leads me to what I'm going to be saying next. Rely on your intuition. I may be using the example in receiving these messages in terms of a love relationship, right? But for you and your situation, it may be pertaining to work. You know your situation better than I ever could, right? Put it in perspective. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to be offended by it, right? It's just some tarot cards. So I'm going to be doing 3 rows for you guys. The first couple rows we'll just get an idea of the energy, and then your last row, Gemini, is going to be the row of what it is that you need to be working on for this week. Now if you do enjoy this reading, you find it of any resonance at all, let me know in the comments below which card called out to you the most, which one gave you an aha moment if you did have one. Also, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe, because I am super appreciative of it when you guys take the time to do that for my channel, because it does help me out a lot. So let's just jump into your reading though, Gemini, because we have a lot of wonderful cards for you guys. We have the Renewal card for Archangel Jeromeo, we have the Hermit card, Archangel Raziel, and then we have the Sun card, Archangel Uriel. Now I'm just gonna name off the numbers now for you. We have 2, 9, and then 1 for you guys in terms of numerology, so write those down, Gemini. Now let's just start getting into this reading. So we have the Renewal card. Archangel Jeromeo comes in where it's like, the Renewal card, I want to say, is actually comes in as kind of like, I feel like that's the Death card in terms of this type of tarot. I feel like you guys are moving on from something. I have the clarifiers for it, but I'm going to read off this energy, first row energy first. So you're moving on from something, you're moving on into a positive new direction, and I feel like this is like through some type of self-discovery of some sort, because the Hermit card came forward. So it's almost like you guys, Gemini, have been going through some type of struggle, and now I feel like you guys are finally like either like learning the lessons or like being open to the energy that the universe is trying to provide to you, Gemini. Or you're just learning about yourself. You learned about yourself through some type of struggle in your life, and now it's through you learning about yourself, you're changing directions into figuring out, like, it's almost like you're figuring out your calling, almost. You're figuring out like what path you need to take next, because you do have the Sun card coming in at the end, which is just the best card in the deck. So let's just break this down. Let's get some clarifiers into this reading. We have the Ace of Cups coming forward as the clarifier for the Renewal card, as well as the Seven of Swords and the Tower card. So yeah, this is confirming what I was saying before, Gemini, in that you guys are moving on from something or somebody. I don't think you really willingly wanted to, right? Because the Seven of Swords, like, you really kind of didn't want to, and you kind of like, you were scrambling almost. I felt like, dare I say, you kind of felt powerless in this situation of where you're kind of forced into like this hermit mode, or forced into some type of moving into a new direction. Like, you're making the most of it now, Gemini, but it's not, it was almost as if like you didn't really want to move right now. But it's just like, because you're having some type of tower moment, which really just means like some type of situation just coming to some type of end, or like some type of thing happening. It doesn't have to come to an end, but something big happening in terms of some type of relationship in your life, in terms of work, person, family, whatever. This Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords kind of leads me to believe that you were kind of scrambling in this, and it's just like you felt powerless in this situation. I keep hearing like you couldn't really put any, yeah, I feel like you kind of were, you were left to just try to figure out what it is, like what to do next. There wasn't much damage control that could be done, even though I feel like you did try to. And the tarot cards did reflect in the past few weeks that, Gemini, you have been trying to like do damage control or change the way of events. It's almost like you're coming to peace with it and realizing that you can't change the events. Let's go get clarifiers in this Hermit card. We have 2 of Wands coming in with this 5 of Swords energy and King of Swords. So this hermiting, like it's like, this is kind of the energy I'm getting. It's like you became like the bigger person, though I don't like the bigger person terminology, just because it implies that someone else is like lower than or lesser than. But it's almost just like you took kind of like saw like a situation, or like you saw something that could have caused friction, Gemini, and you're just like, you know what, not about it. You chose to be the higher person. You chose to rise above and be like, you know what, I can see where I could engage in this energy and lower my vibration, or I can see how a situation is. Like, you kind of put something in perspective, and you're just like, you're seeing it for how damaging it might have been in your life, or like limiting you in your life, or blocking out your sun, right? So you finally let go of it. Clarifiers for your sun card. We have the Six of Swords coming in inverted for you, but I'm going to hold it upright so you can see it. We have the Seven of Wands as well as the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, you did not want to move on from the situation, Gemini. You did not want to move. Like, it was one of those things that was just like, why did this have to happen? Why did this kind of closure have to happen? It was almost, it's very much so of that crying over spilled milk. Is it like 5 of cups or 4 cups? No, it's not 4 cups. It's like 5 of 6 of cups, where it's like crying over spilled milk sort of thing, where it's like it happened, but you're kind of questioning. It's like, well, why did this milk get spilled in the first place, right? That's kind of like your question. It's like, why did this happen in the first place? But I feel like there's like, with this Three of Pentacles, y'all know I always say this, but I do feel like there was a reason behind this, right? This Three of Pentacles coming in as the clarifier for the Sun card is letting me know, Gemini, that I feel like it was necessary for you to go through this hermit phase, I guess is what I'm trying to say, Gemini. I feel like it was necessary for you to go through this hermit phase because you learned a lot about yourself through this milk being spilled. As silly as that sounds, I feel like you learned a lot about yourself through milk being spilled in your life. And I feel like it was just necessary. Like, I feel like, yeah. Hermit card that comes in as well, back of the deck energy. We have the Two of Pentacles. We're going to get into your second row now, by the way. Two of Pentacle energy. I pulled the Hermit card as the back of the deck energy. This is letting me know, like, where you, and this is right under your renewal card. So you're moving into a new direction, and I feel like you're juggling a lot. Like, it's almost like you're juggling a lot, and it's because you're juggling a lot, you're kind of hermiting yourself. So it's like you're trying to, it's almost as if like you're trying to do like your mental work and come to completion and come to terms with that tower moment that you had, but you also have this other stuff that's on your plate right now. 10 of Fire coming in. So yeah, maybe there's some other closures in your life, maybe finances. I'm hearing for some of you guys, maybe stresses in terms of work, but I do feel like it's going to pan out beautifully. I feel like, and I feel like you kind of know this. I feel like you're just kind of like riding out the storm at this point. It's almost like because you're like so like battered for a while now, Gemini, you're kind of just used to it at this point, but I do feel like things are going to get better for you. I thought there was a spider that was crawling on me, y'all. So we have this Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like you are happy in this element where it's like, well, maybe not happy entirely, but it's more of like things could be worse. Things could be worse, and you kind of see it for how it is, and you're just like, okay, well, you know your story gets better at some point. That's kind of energy that I feel like is happening with you. So let's get into this a little bit more. We have the Justice card as the back of the deck energy for this coming in. So you could be dealing with some type of air sign keeps coming in. So you could be dealing with an air sign. Justice card is the Libra energy as well. But I don't like to put too much energy on that just because everyone's situation is different. But I am seeing a lot of air cards or slash sword cards. Clarifiers, I pulled Ace of Air coming in with 3 of Air, 6 of Earth. So this is kind of, again, telling me where it's like through this type of sadness that you experience with this 3 of Air, this kind of motivates you towards like pushing yourself to find more balance in other aspects of your life. And it's like, I don't know, I just feel like there's like this connection from before that came into completion. That tower moment came into completion because it was really meant to teach you something. I truly do feel this way. Clarifiers for your 10 of Wands in your second row with a 9 of Swords as the reverse card. Again, like I feel like you're still kind of hung up on this connection from before. And so I'm going to really try my best and have you see from my perspective and my point of view, Gemini, and like how much I see this was such a like, you couldn't change the story, basically. You couldn't change the story. There's nothing you could have done, nothing about you. I feel like it was just something from like the universe. I mean, yeah, some of you would just say it's like a cruel joke from the universe, I'm hearing. But I really do see this as like an energy where it's like you wouldn't have seen aspects of yourself if it wasn't for this connection. Like, I feel like this is definitely like some type of seasonal thing. I say connection, but it could be in terms of work, right? I just feel like there's something was seasonal in your life. And it's kind of, sometimes it's hard to accept that, right? So going on with this clarifiers for the 10 of Wands with this 9 of Swords energy, we pulled the Queen of Water, 4 of Earth, and then the 9 of Water. So this is letting me know this has potential. It technically has potential with these cards. I'm not going to lie to you. I know I did just say, Gemini, that you don't want to let go of this relationship. And I feel like you don't have to with the spread. Like, what this is telling me, like, this is not the end. I guess is what I'm trying to more so say, Gemini. Is like, this isn't the end with this connection. It just is the end of it right now. Like, I feel like the energy, like, I don't feel like you guys are talking right now. Or if you are, it's very little. I just feel like it's right now. You need to focus on you and your hermiting, and they just need to do whatever it is that they're doing, right? I know I talked about this a little bit in your Gemini love reading. But yeah, I just feel like right now, it's just not the time for this section. It may just maybe this season could have just been completely over, or this is just like a seasonal type of thing where it'll come and go once in a while thing. So, but don't try to hang on to it because it's going to escape regardless. You're just going to, I feel like, bring more pain to yourself trying to make it work. So let's get into your last row. 10 of Cups. Keep in mind, this is what it is that you need to be working on. 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands in reverse, 10 of Swords. This is it back again to that energy of trying to make something work and like having everything, can't we all just get along energy, right? That's what I heard. It's like, can't we all just get along? This is like your mindset right now. This is like what would sabotage you right now, Gemini. I'm getting closer to you because I'm just like, listen to me, Gemini. Right now, no, not everyone can get along, and that's just reality. You don't know what's going on with them, right? I genuinely feel if it's like the best thing you can do right now is kind of be a sitting duck in your own thing and like focus on yourself right now. Focus on yourself, and if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. But if it's not meant to be, it's not going to happen regardless, whether you put more energy into it or not. If it's not meant to happen, it's not meant to happen. Moving on from this, right? You need to have like this healing moment, but until you have this healing moment with this situation and finally come to terms with it, I feel like it's just gonna be like a constant like blockage for you. So it's like, what do we need to do, Gemini, so we can remove that blockage? It's the reading that I have for you, Gemini. Again, if this reading was helpful to you at all, please give me a like and subscribe because it does help me out a lot. Until next time, I love you so much, Gemini. Bye.